Thank you so much for that question. It's a really fantastic one because I think the recruitment process is probably one of the most important aspects of setting up a citizens' assembly or any participatory democracy process generally. So for our youth assembly, we undertook a civic lottery, which is basically a type of recruitment effort where we're picking from a pool of people who have put their names forward to participate in the process. So to get to that point, what we did was try to recruit youth participants, because we were only looking for 18-year-olds in Canada, through the school board system in the country. So what we did was send thousands of emails to every school board across the country with information about the youth assembly. So this included preparing invitation letters, our website that Hector linked in the chat, and a lot of informational resources that people could read through to get more understanding of what a citizens' assembly process is. And so we started with that. We sent out all those emails, and then for certain communities that may not have had publicly accessible email addresses or don't have the online technical infrastructure that others may have, we did a phone recruitment process. So we called schools, particularly in Northern Canada, to talk to principals, to talk to superintendents, to talk to folks who might be able to spread the word about the youth assembly. We also partnered with some civil society organizations in Canada as well, particularly Apathy is Boring and Civics, which are two great organizations in Canada that do citizen mobilization campaigns, and we got them to help spread the word about our program. And from that, we directed folks to our website, or if it was through phone, we would take their information down and they would enter their information, their contact, email address, phone, that type of information into an online form. And then we would randomly choose people using the civic lottery process. And a civic lottery is basically a way to randomly select people in a way that actually replicates the general representation of the country. So we use a model based on the Canadian census in order to ensure that we were replicating the diversity of the country in our National Assembly. Obviously, this can be replicated on a local level, on a state level, on a provincial level, or a national one. But that way we were ensuring that we could have as diverse perspectives as possible. What I will say, just to wrap up, is that the recruitment effort, I think, was probably the most difficult part of the project, because it's hard to incentivize people, as Michelle was saying earlier, to want to spend their valuable time at an event like this, especially 18-year-olds. A lot of our participants were missing their proms or were missing final exams and had to get exams changed, which we helped them out with. And so what we wanted to do is really entice people and help people along the process, from recruitment to being present at the assembly. We have what we call a civic concierge assigned to every single participant to help them through the process, to help booking flights and accommodations. And so we tried to be as hands-on and present with people through that recruitment process, and then afterwards to really get buy-in and to ensure that we're lowering the barriers to entry for people as much as possible.